Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures. Today we're going to try to take a look at some of the latest Cobramode sculpts. And when I say latest, I just mean the latest that I've had a chance to actually print because my printer is not as cooperative as it wants to be. But we've got some of their Hikaga and another Hanzaki, which basically just means the big lizards and the little salamanders. So the first up, we have this new big lizard Hikaga sharpshooter. Come on, look at this guy. Now I know my print job is less than desirable. It is super glossy, and unfortunately, everything else on the plate when I tried to print him came out in a disaster of just, yeah, the files were going haywire. So I've already contacted the printer company about that, but in the meantime, at least somebody survived. Nice and tall, stands up great. And then we also have one of the Hanzaki here. And again, my print job, yeah, definitely leaves to be a lot desired, but how can you not want to run an entire army of these little impressionable salamander warriors? Come on. I'm not even sure how many I have printed at this point or painted. I've painted quite a few, but it does seem that Cobramode's going to be making a set of, like, I don't know if they're modular, but actual Ashigaru, spearmen troopers to go with these guys. So I think slowly but surely, if you wanted to field an entire army of these guys, it is entirely possible. So we'll grab those. And then there's also these nice shield walls, and this thing was a mess, and I think I cleaned up most of it, but you can see here, like, those lines, it had like just a big mess of extra resin just shooting off of it. Up there too, and on the back, one of these, a pavis, something like that, the shield wall that they would hide behind. So if you want to print up a bunch of those to have your riflemen stand behind for protection, cool little idea. So you know what? I'm going to see if we can salvage these with a little bit of a primer. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll do the trick. Otherwise, well, I mean, they're like close enough to being pretty good prints. Not sculpts, because the sculpts are quite nice. But we'll see if we can salvage these and put them to work. I'll grab a couple other models we have from Cobramode that are painted. We'll grab a couple other reptilian or amphibian pieces as well, so you guys can get a good idea of how they print up if you leave the files as is, and hopefully you'll see something that you like. Okay, we got our latest Hanzaki and Hikaga guys all primed up here, and I cannot wait to show them off. So first off, we have our little Hanzaki salamander Tanegashima rifleman. I don't know if it's a man, but I love these models. They're just so much fun. We need more of this kind of stuff. Do need a little bit of cleanup there on my part. That is 100% on me. You can see the detail is quite nice. And then we have his big bro here. The Hikaga. His armor reminds me of, like, almost Korean. The style of it, but I love those guns. Probably get away with using them in like Mordheim or something, even if you really wanted to. Heck, at this point, I would love a full-on warband of these guys, and it seems like I may end up getting my wish because it looks like we're going to see some Hanzaki infantry in the near future. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. So how do they look compared to some of the other models? Well, of course, we've got plenty of painted Cobramode models at this point. This is one of the other Hikaga artillerists. We'll get some other models there to give you guys a good size indicator, along with another of the Hanzaki here. Our witch hunter friend will be happy to step in and fulfill that role today. So you can see the Hikaga are quite a bit bigger, almost ogre sized. In fact, they make great ogre stand-ins if you wanted to go that route. We need a few more, though, to really sprinkle up some diversity in terms of an entire unit, because at this point, I guess if they ever decide to make modular models of any of these guys, I think that would really go a long way towards making an entire army if you wanted to go that route. Until then, I think for warband purposes, this is a lot better in terms of what you can do. you're going to have just a few specific individuals. I'm thinking I honestly and truly might use an entire group of the Hikaga, along with a few of the Hanzaki, for a Kings of War Vanguard warband. I think that'd be kind of fun to have. Let's see what other models we have. We can... Oh, you know what? We almost forgot the Royal Dignitary here. Now, come on. How do you not want to have a fancily dressed platypus nobleman? I think there's as much room on your tabletop games for, you know, dirty peasant rabbles like we had a few weeks ago, then there should be room for platypus dignitaries. I did not get a chance to print up his big buddies that go along with him. He is a little bit shorter, but, you know, hey, use him for goblins or something. Oh, I forgot the little shield wall, too. You can hide behind. Of course, if you wanted to use him like a Giselle team or something, I guess, for like a Skaven standard, that might actually be an interesting idea, too. Definitely the wheels are turning in my brain at this point, but I will put a link down below for Cobramode's My Mini Factory and Patreon page, so hopefully if you see something here, if you're curious about this stuff, I gotta say they do make some very nice anthropomorphic things, creatures of various shapes and sizes, but obviously my first love and draw is all of the various amphibians and reptiles, but you know what? I think I could be persuaded to have a few more platypi on my tabletop as well. So we'll put a link below, like I said, and hopefully you guys will find something that you enjoy there too. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures. Saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye!